just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We look at this Browns defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run, but how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. Second and 9 now. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 4. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A point after, good by Grupe. And that makes the score 7-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Doug going to look to throw this. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Browns are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it It just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. You look at this Browns defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
Here's 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
The Browns at 2 and 3 here to begin the new season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Duggan. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Now a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, Matthew Hayball on to punt. Yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost.
Drive from that deep in your own territory. The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. His throw incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. But now he appears to be in some pain. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
Offense is moving it a little bit, have them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rattler.
And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page. Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll look to throw for it with Rattler.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there.
70 yards. And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on the...
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
3rd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
Justin Hopkins on for a field goal.
Hopkins' kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And some room to maneuver. Now he's loose at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the... On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright.
That went out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will take over here just shy of the 30. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 33 and a 1st. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. They run it again with Chubb. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Here we go on 4th down. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 85 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the 4th quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. It was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did.